So the first person I want to introduce you to is Mona. It's Mona Lisa, although she's going to tell us what her real last name is. That is too long for me.
Yes, it's Mona Ghaenizadeh.
It's actually beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
So Mona, tell me a little bit about yourself and what brought you to Hope Springs Doors and how you met us the first time that you embarked upon Hope Spring.
Yes, in 2017, I had a breast surgery and they thought definitely I had the breast cancer. But after the pathology done, it came negative. And it took long to do the procedures again, mammogram and what is necessary. But in 2019, they informed me that I have a breast cancer stage 3 plus as multiple negative R, that the chance of spreading. And I had 11-hour surgery, 8 chemo, and 20 radiation. But I think before 2017, I said to family and friends, I have a cancer, and they came, no, it's not a cancer. When I come to the 2019, unfortunately, not many people believed me. And I end up during my cancer, because I wasn't as strong I could be, and most my family and friends left me, and I find myself very alone. And when I was in a Cambridge hospital to see an oncologist, I saw the pamphlet of HopeSpring, and I was very amazed by looking inside the pamphlet. Oh my God, there are some people were some counseling or talking to someone and stuff. So I took the pamphlet, and since then I've been involved with HopeSpring.
2019.
Yes.
First of all, I want to acknowledge the pain that you went through, not just of being diagnosed, but misdiagnosed and diagnosed, and then the loss of relationships that are important and were probably very difficult to go through. I'm sure some of them are still part of your life, but it's been difficult nonetheless, and that hurt is something very hard, I think, that you would have gone through. And as you're telling your story to me tonight, I'm thinking about this sense of being alone. And I'm feeling emotional about that because I think at our darkest day, being alone is hard. And what you're talking about is tremendously difficult. So you said you weren't strong, but I think you were stronger than you realized because you found a way to connect to a part of the world that made you the you are right now. I'm glad you found this. So
if you don't mind, I say I never felt alone as much. I was hurt because I was believing God. And I was sure that God would send me a right person in a right time for a right reason. And that's every time proof coming and confirming it.
That's pretty beautiful. So
Thank you.
That's good. Can you tell me what motivated you to seek out HopeSpring's programming and services? Which services have you used over the journey? You've been connecting in with us since 2019, which is, I don't do math in front of others very well. It's even worse on camera. So it's a long time.
Yes.
It's a pretty big period of time, 5+ years.
Yes.
So what kinds of services and programs have you tried out?
I think maybe 70 or 80% of the program I been involved. And sometimes, to be honest, I was feeling guilty how selfish I am that I'm using all the services. Maybe other people has to use it, and I don't take the time. But the first things I was involved with Tammy, the group, cancer group every Tuesday morning with Tammy. And because I didn't have the family and I was very alone, I find that that group became part of my family.
Was that the women's cancer?
Yes, women's cancer support on Tuesdays. And then during my surgery, or before my surgery, the HopeSpring provide me the camisole and uh, week that I was so pleased that my youngest son came with me to choose the hair.
Yeah.
It was very difficult for him, but that at least he came during that time. And then I've been involved in a counseling, and I was very fortunate that I didn't have to go even anywhere. They were calling me or on a Zoom constantly every week. I was involved, and name it with counseling, Reiki, massage, reflexology, meditations, yoga, a retreat at the equine therapy with horses. Like, I've been very, very fortunate and blessed to know Hope Spring and being involved with it. Because without it, I don't think I will be here.
Well, I actually just think that's beautiful that you've been able to use all those different services and programs, and I'm glad that you are, because we want people to utilize them. We do offer a big variety of programs. We are always trying to substitute something in that maybe refreshes it and makes it new again. And hearing that feedback that there's something that's connecting for you is really great, because sometimes you don't always know, is it landing, is it resonating or not? But it sounds like some days are really making a difference, and that's good. Um, what was the most difficult aspect of your cancer journey so far?
It's the chemo, it was very difficult. And especially not having someone sitting beside me. Although I had that was some friends was there and holding my hands. And the day I wasn't have someone, I was as much I was felt strong but I felt a little bit scared. And because my chemo was very strong and 3 times they have to revive me, or during my radiation that I had some degree of the burn and I had to be in a hospital for 1 week. So when somebody was visiting me or was beside me, it was a big, big thing for me. But I was happy that some of the Hope Spring program was on Zoom. So even if when I was in a hospital, I could get on if the reception was okay at some hospitals, I would get on and participate.
That's good. That is good. It is very isolating, I think, when you're going through any difficult period, but cancer is different in that you're hurting, you're ailing, you're going through surgeries, and the treatments are so invasive. Um, and it's just very, very difficult. And sometimes, even if you've had somebody that can come, maybe you're in an isolation situation where they can't come into you. So those programs being accessible through a digital means, I think, can be somewhat of a game changer. And that's new in the last 5 years. Before 2019, we didn't do that. But it is an outcome of the pandemic that I think has enabled us to thrive and to become more open and accessible. Um, it doesn't totally replace that in-person situation, but it helps to complement that total for the person, which is important. How has your experience with cancer changed your perspective on life?
I think it's made me more stronger. I believe whatever challenges in my life since childhood, youth, whatever it is, at the moment it's difficult. But after it, it's a great knowledge, strength, and beliefs. As they said, as after a rain, there is a rainbow. So sometimes I'm saying, I'm thankful to my cancer, especially now I know it's spreading to so many other organs in my body. And I'm saying, okay, you want to nest in my body? It's okay. As long as you don't get too big that they have to do so many things, I welcome you and I go on with you.
Mhm.
So, and I learned that it doesn't matter that I have cancer, because when I was diagnosed with cancer, they said I have a chance 12% to live. And they cannot believe it that I'm still alive. Because I said, um, only God knows when I'm going. We're all going to go one day, either with cancer, either with stroke, either with accident, either with a natural disaster. We don't know.
Mhm.
So I accepted that life has challenges, life has journey, and my job is to accept it, acknowledge it, educate myself, participate, and do the best I can and be happy. Because my time, if it's unhappy or sad, it's going to pass by.
You're making choices. And you're choosing that smile that you talked about. When I just met you tonight and you talked about your smile, and you are that smile. You radiate that smile. That's good.
Thank you. I remember I put in Facebook every my chemo session, and everybody was saying, even you are bald and your face fade, and you still we can see your white teeth. I was refused to not smile, you know.
That is something very empowering. It is a lesson I think that can apply to a lot of us. Because there are days when maybe you forget to bring your smile to the table, right? And we can get anchored or moored in our internal misery and
Yes.
not realize the gratitude we should have for what's happening around us. So thank you. I really very much appreciate everything you've shared with us. And is there, before I wrap up and carry on with the next guest here today, is there one last thing that you want to share as a message with those of us in the room, on the online room?
Yes, I want to say I am blessed and I'm very fortunate that I was involved with HopeSpring, with the nice doctors and nurses and organization, Meal on Wheels, Cancer Society, Bright, and palliative nurse. All those helped me to be here. And I am blessed to know so many services. And what I experience now, I'm helping lots of friends and family who are dealing with cancer. And my message to people who has a cancer or their relative, please don't be scared. Just as much we feel so tired, exhausted, worried, don't isolate yourself. Get involved with the programs, anything you can. If you can't go out, do it at home, on the phone, on the Zoom. Because if you isolate yourself, it's like a horse coming to your door and you don't know how to ride a horse. But if you get on it and just hold that leash and go slowly, you're going to go big journey. Like sometimes I'm saying, I don't deserve to be alive. That so many disability and health issue I have, and I'm still alive. And the reason I am still alive and I still want to be and help other people and help myself because I'm not scared. I want to be involved and I want to participate and I want to contribute in any way and everywhere I can.
You're making a difference.
I'm
Making a difference. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us today. I appreciate this, and I hope that I will keep this conversation going outside of this call today.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.